one very simple part of football that makes shooting, passing, dribbling, 1v1s, everything much easier or much harder. If you train hard and play well in training, but something just feels like it's missing, it could be your body position, and let me explain why. There are only three things you can do with the football. You can receive the football, you can dribble the football, and then you can release the football with a shot, pass, or cross. That's all you can do. And the position of your body when you do these actions is really important. Now, coaches speak about body position a lot, but don't actually define what it is. And I've got a really simple definition that should make this simple for you. Your body position all comes down to the direction your hips are facing. So let's look at this example. Receiving the ball, how does body position change if we keep it or lose it? If I'm receiving the ball with a defender behind me, my hips are straight facing the ball. The defender's just going to kick it in between my feet, get the foot around my foot, and they'll just kick it away. Really easy for them. Instead, if I change the angle of my hips and they face outwards, I use my strongest foot to control the ball and I get my left arm out to hold the defender and feel where they are. Now I've created 2 yards of space simply just by using my body and changing the way that my hips are facing. So you could work on first touch for years and years and years, and you still wouldn't keep the ball if you got your body position wrong here. And this is why it's such an underlooked part of football, because you can't really practice it, you need to have the knowledge. And then there's also receiving the ball when you want to turn and go forward. Same thing, if my hips are facing straight, just facing the ball, and I want to turn, I can't see anything around me and there could be any defender behind me. Whereas once again, if I change the direction of my hips, so I'm side on, I can have a look over my shoulder and I can see the ball, so I know what's going on around me. Once again, doesn't matter how good your first touch is, your body position is the most important thing here. So hopefully now you're seeing that it doesn't matter how much you train, if you're not getting body position right, ultimately you're missing out on lots of progress. The next key part is your dribbling. And when you're dribbling, you could have the fastest feet in the world, but if you can't fool the defender you're up against, it doesn't matter. And this clip of Messi is the perfect example. He doesn't do anything crazy with the ball. He hasn't took 5 touches in 3 seconds and done something mental. He's just used his hips to fool the defender. Really simple. As he's approaching the defender, he shifts his hips so they're going to the right side and he drops a shoulder. That makes the defender plant his feet and he goes out the other way. And all the best dribblers do this. They fool the other defender. And once again, no surprise, it's in the hips. So the attackers are using their hips and the position their hips are facing to shift where the defender's hips are facing. And very similar to when you receive the ball, you could practice your dribbling going in and out of cones for years and years and become so good at dribbling. But if you didn't learn this little trick about using your hips to fool the defender, then you're never going to beat defenders the same way that some of the best dribblers can. So yes, definitely practice your dribbling with cones and things like that. But remember the second most important thing, which is always going to be your body position and how you fool defenders. And finally, we have releasing the ball. How does body position relate to you releasing the ball with a pass, a shot, or a cross? And this is really simple. Again, there are 2 ways you can really kick a football. Of course, you've got chip shots and volleys, etc. But just the basic ones, you can either kick the ball straight, so a straight pass or a straight shot, or you can curl the ball, so a curled shot, a curled cross, or a curled pass. And it's really easy to get this right when you know what you have to do. So if you want to hit a straight pass, a straight cross, or a straight shot, it's really simple. You just want your hips to be facing in the direction of where you want the ball to go. If I want to shoot in the bottom left corner with a straight shot and my hips are facing in the right corner, I'm just never going to be able to hit the ball in a straight line into that corner I want to hit. So you have to be facing where you want the ball to go. And you'll notice this, that a lot of the best strikes that you're going to see are where players have just simply got that lining up perfect. Their hips, their standing foot is facing exactly where they want the ball to go, and so that's where the ball goes. So that's how you deal with straight passes, shots and crosses. You just make sure you're facing the right way. If you want to curl the ball, it's slightly more difficult, and this is why curled shots, crosses and passes are more difficult, because it's not as straightforward. If I want to curl the ball in the far right corner with my right foot, and my hips are facing that corner, I'm just never going to be able to bring my foot around and get the curl. So instead, I want my hips to face outside of the posts, almost on a 90-degree angle. So if I want to shoot it in that far right corner, my hips are going to be facing right so that I can bring my foot around the ball. It's the same with crosses and passes. If you're looking to curl a ball, you need to give yourself that angle to bring your foot around it. And that's how body position impacts the three most important things in football: receiving, dribbling, and releasing the ball. So hopefully over the next few training sessions you can think about this, your body position, the way your hips are facing, and how that's going to affect what you want to do with the ball. If you'd like more help with your football, check the link in the description. I'll help you out for free. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.